Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's
gun.
in the fucking box?
Hello everyone, my name is X, and today we're going to be covering the 7 worst types of custom games in Halo 5's custom game browser. Now, if you played a lot of Halo 5 custom games, you notice this, and it's kind of getting really annoying, and I wanted to, really rank how bad these custom games are, from ones that are just like kind of just annoying to ones that are just like, dude, this is just complete cancer, get rid of this. So, I'm just going to go ahead and rank them, make fun of them for what they are, and just call them out because it's kind of really dumb seeing these things. It's just like they might be cool in some cases, but in other cases it's just getting to the point of just so annoying that they deserve to just get the award here of just how annoying they are for custom games.
Gluttony?
So let's start off with the one that's probably the least worst, not really that bad, is repetitive and overplayed custom game types. It is boring to play the same custom game over and over, and some of these times I when I go to custom game browser, I see these things repeatedly play, 4 or 5 of these all set up going, and it's like, do you try anything different? It's like they don't try anything different. They just play the same custom game over and over, and it's just like, why bother even playing custom games if you're not going to do anything creative, not mix it up? I have over 100 different bookmark game types that I try to play and whatnot, and these people keep playing the same things over and over, and they think that that's going to just be enjoyable, and they can't get why after like the 3rd time everyone's just left because they're bored. And some of these custom game types that are custom games that are played constantly are things like Run from the Clown, Jenga Tower, and Death Run. They are fun at first, and they can be enjoyable, but after a while they just get so annoying. It's just like, try something different. It's like, no, this is fun, let's just keep playing it. And it's just like, and the party leader just doesn't get it that everyone's bored of it, and then they don't get why by the 3rd round there's only like 2 or 3 people left. It's like, dude, try something different. Everyone's already played it. We play 10 rounds each. It's boring after a while. They don't want to play 5 levels Fat Kid, which is actually pretty fun to play, or play like a Plasma Rain or some types of custom games that haven't got a lot of attention, but instead they want to play these same custom games over and over until it's got boring. I do understand, and a lot of other reasons why people probably do this is because every time it seems like 343 makes an update for matchmaking, somehow it ruins the custom games. The spawns will be glitched, you'll spawn outside the maps, the first rounds will be broken, you'll have hybrid zombies where even though they're supposed to be infected when they join the match, they end up they end up being on the human team and the zombie team at the same time. If you guys have seen that, it's so annoying. Plus the fact that the game literally lags every time someone joins or quits. It's so annoying, and it's like, how does 343 spend this much time trying to fix matchmaking almost every week with a new update? Like a couple months ago, that's all they were doing, and yet they have yet to fix the custom games with all the problems that I've just listed, and they have been in the game for over 2 years, but yet they will still update the matchmaking for tiny weapon tweaks and ridicule issues that are so small, which I don't get. Why do they care that much when there's bullet curving? I don't know why people sit there and go, we need to really focus on the matchmaking more. 343 need to focus on the matchmaking, ignore custom games, over their ridicule moving a tiny inch to the left when you have bullets that literally curve to their target. But anyways, I think also, besides the fact that people pick these same custom games over and over because they seem to be less affected whenever 343 pushes out an update and just ruins the game, is also there is another issue, which is it takes forever to load your bookmarks and your saves. When I try to go in and try to get the next game going, it takes forever to do it, and when I finally get the map, then I gotta look for the game type, and the game type could be anywhere, it's not in order. That makes it really frustrating. I really hope though in Halo Infinite, one thing they do, or actually 2 things that they do, one is they bring in the Bungie idea of linking your map and mode together. I really hope they do that. They have that in Bungie.net, but I really hope they do that in the custom games itself, that you can link them together so you can easily just find them. The second you select the map, you go, do you want to play this custom game type with it? And you click yes. It just be that simple, or you can select from a multiple list of game types or maps connected to each other. That way you don't have to sit there and fidget with every single one. And also I really hope they put in instant action. If you ever played Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one of the cool things you could do was like instant action. I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong, but it's where you have all the maps already selected out for you, so you don't have to sit there and mess with them. Kind of like how Halo Online kind of has, where it has preset maps. That's another good example. If you play Halo Online, you probably know that there are custom games that are all preset. People can just vote for them, but it cycles them, and you just have a preset. So okay, we're gonna do Fat Kids. Next, we're gonna do Sharks and Minnows. Next, after that, we're gonna do some run game where you have to run for your life or something like that. If they did something like that, that would be a huge improvement, because that would take away that whole loading time that is so pointless. And that the only way that you can change that, like say instead you don't want to play the next map coming up and you're the party leader, you have the option to back out and change it. But that would be cool though if you could preset it. If you could preset it, that would be at least interesting, and that would probably solve the repetitive custom games being played over and over in the custom game browser. This would be a good idea for Halo Infinite. I swear it would actually do a huge improvement to custom games. But yeah, it's really annoying to see these same custom games over and over. Please, people, if you're gonna host custom games, try some new ones. It's fun to try new things. Just the same thing over and over just really does get boring. So for that, I'm gonna give it the bronze award here, since it's not really that bad. It's just after a while it gets annoying. But let's try some other ones here next.
Oh, that's not so much. So?
So next up, we have social spaces. They don't necessarily call themselves social spaces, they call them chill outs or hangouts or whatnot, but they are just annoying sometimes. It's just like, the whole idea of it is to basically play in a forged map, and no one kills each other, no one can die. All you do is you sit there and it's supposed to socialize, but instead what ends up happening is just everyone goes around just punching each other and throwing plasminades at each other. Nothing really ends up happening. Even when I join, there's no one talking. Everyone's in their own party chats. So it's like, what is the point of these things if they're supposed to be social spaces but no one actually socializes? It's really dumb. And a lot of the times when it comes down to it, there's so many of these that people put on there, and yet only like one person is ever in them sometimes, and they just sit there. They'll call themselves like the club hangout and whatnot. And I decided like this to see how see this, and I would join in on these custom games that had been played for like over 10 minutes and no one else had joined, and I just refresh it and I still see one person in it. I would join that, and that one person in there had, I would think, it was like AFK or something, but no, they're actually there and they're just waiting for someone to show up. And it's just like, dude, did you literally sit and start a social custom game, social space custom game, only to sit there for 10 minutes and no one show up? I get that it's pretty cool to show off some of these custom game social spaces that they forged. Like, they do a lot of work on it, but it just really defeats the purpose of custom games. People want to actually play around and stuff. The closest thing this is basically what we did in Halo 2 when we just wanted to sit and talk. We just sat in the party game lobby. The only difference here is you're interacting. That's about it. But the problem is that almost no one is ever talking. So it's like literally no purpose in it. And yet people host these things and just take up space on the custom game browser. It's like, why even bother putting these up? Because no one ends up talking at all, and they just end up just sitting around punching each other and throwing plasminades and whatnot. So to me, I find it just like kind of pathetic after a while. It's just like, dude, we played this so many times. Play something new. It's just no point of having a social space if no one's gonna socialize. So for that, I give it the silver award.
No more. I may finally have found a place where I can be all alone.
Greed,
So next up here we have raids. Now look, raids are cool when you have two groups, two teams, one red, one blue, whatever you want to do, and you have actual clans go against each other and have a fight. But a lot of times people try to host these free-for-all custom game type raids, and they're so boring because all it is, I'm gonna just, you know, simplify it down to a nutshell. It's the 2 or 3 or even 4 people to get all the way to the top of whatever place it's supposed to get all the power weapons, phaetons, sniper rifles, rockets, and literally just spawn kill everyone else at the spawn point. That is literally how the game goes. And it's just like, when there's not many I see these anymore being hosted that often, but when they do, that's all it is. That's all it is people just sitting there spawn killing. I even let them just kill me at that point, and when I just single-handedly take over everything, it's like, it gets boring after a while, spawn killing people. You're like, after like, you know, a minute or two, you're like, this is actually really boring. So seriously, it's really dumb. And like, you see 4 or 5 people playing this at a time, and it's just, nothing is entertaining after a while. It's just, why do you even bother making raids? They're only designed for 8v8 and for these people that are wannabe clans that want to see whose clan is better and try to raid one person while one person on defense while the other person's on offense. That's when it's okay. But other times, other than that, it really serves no purpose. It's just a spawn killing custom game type, and for that I'm giving it the gold award here.
Okay, let's have a good, clean fight.
And may the better man win. He's nothing but a lying, boneless, ink-squirting, big-nosed phony.
Look at that buck-toothed, corn-fed smile. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him.
As soon as he stops shaking my hand,
I'm gonna make a run for it.
Seems that envy is my sin.
Next up, this one is kind of, we've all seen it. Let's admit, this has happened too many times, and we just seriously wonder why people do this. They host unfinished and incomplete forged maps. I just don't get this. Why bother making it so that random people can join in and are just, you know what they're going to do? They're either going to immediately leave because the custom game is not working because you didn't complete it, or what I see also oftentimes is where people host forged maps that have not been completed, and they think that people are going to join in and help them, and a lot of times those people, those random people, those anonymous people, are just going to grief and delete everything. So I don't see why you bother wasting to put that as open for people to join in, because that's what ends up happening. I've joined like 1 or 2 of these, and that's all they ever do is people just delete everything. So it's like, really, just why bother? Just invite people in that you just, you know, recently played with and say, hey, you want to play some custom game forging and whatnot. That's one thing, but hosting an open lobby for forging where a lot of people just end up just griefing all the time, it really serves no purpose. I hardly ever see it being anything productive when it comes down to it. It's more just like, who's the quickest person to delete everything on the map. That's basically it. And so to me, I just think it's just wasting space on the custom game browser. And so for that, I think I'm going to give this the Platinum Award here, because it really just serves almost no purpose being on the custom game browser.
I wish I lived there.
really?
No.
Love.
Next up is Clickbait Troll custom games. You probably all have seen these. I've seen like between 1 to 3 of these at a time when searching, and they basically are the stupidest things ever. They'll say you'll unlock Achilles, you'll unlock level 152, you'll unlock everything in the game, you'll get all gold guns, all camos unlocked, it's hacked lobby, it's modded, there's naked chicks in it. They'll even put anime character thumbnails because they think weebs actually fall for this. If you do fall for that, you are a weeb. You are pathetic to fall for that. There's nothing in there to entertain you. I already knew in advance when going into this there was nothing that was going to be interesting at all joining it. The only reason why I joined it was just for the footage for this video, because it is so dumb. I don't know why people waste their time putting this on the custom game browser when there serves no purpose at all. This is just for like horny teenagers and weebs. that think they're gonna like see actual naked chicks. I guess they've never heard of the internet. So seriously, stop posting the game types that do nothing more than take up space. If you don't even like, this is not even good trolling at all. No one is getting fooled by this. You only see like 1 or 2 people ever in these things. I mean, seriously, if you want to, you know, play a hacked lobby, go to like Call of Duty World at War or Modern Warfare 2. They had hack lobbies. You can go and have fun over there if you want, but you're not, you know, you're not fooling anyone. This is so old. Back in Halo 3 days, we used to have that file share thing. They'd be like, put this in your file share if you wanted recon, and you know, those naked chicks. Remember those? Oh god. But yeah, see, those at least were like entertaining. This is just like, why? Even Halo 3 days, these things were pretty dumb too. I mean, they're really dumb. But yeah, at least they actually put some effort into it. They actually were creative and actually put all those weapons around and actually made something out of it. All they do is when they say that there's naked chicks in this to get you to join, and all it is you just spawn off the edge and die. It's like, man, you have to be really dumb to fall for stuff like this or whatever other things that they put in there just to get you to join, and yet in the end, no one's falling for it. 2 or 3 people at a time just join. The only reason why anyone would even join this really would have to be because they are that dumb and that thick to actually think that if they join that custom game that they're gonna get level 152 and stuff like that. They actually are dumb enough to think that. Oh, I feel sorry. I even live in this world. It's like that's worse than the people that thought they got recon by putting it in the file share, because at least it put it out for everyone to know that they were dumb enough to actually put it in their file share. This is just like, you have to be that bad to actually have pressed the button to join this custom game, unless you were doing something like what I'm doing here, showing footage of how dumb this is and people that actually fall for it. I'm sorry I'm going off on tangents here about how dumb this custom game type is. It's just so dumb that people even bother wasting their time putting this out there. It's like a YouTube video that you try to troll people and then you get like 2 or 3 views at most after like a month. No one's actually falling for it. So why did you even bother waste your time? Seriously, these custom game types have contributed nothing, and seriously, there's nothing entertaining about this. They've earned nothing.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
The only thing this custom game type has earned is the Diamond Award in this video because of how stupid it is. Seriously, stop posting these in the custom game browser.
It's fucking gay!
No one's falling for it. It's a waste of time to even put one up.
But it's gonna take more than that to impress me.
Become rap.
Okay, now we're gonna get some really terrible ones. Next one is the Assassination Tower. This is cancer that never seems to stop. This actually started back in Reach, was the first Assassination Tower, which was kind of fun at first, and that's when they kind of first brought this out. In reality, it's kind of actually based off of a Halo 2 custom game that we had back in the day, back before we had Assassinations. We had, you know, this game type. It was actually called a Donkey Punch. You actually had to punch the people in the back, and you could not leave the circle in the middle of Lockout on the very top where the glass floor is. You had to stay within that area, and if you died, you had to run back and run to that spot, and you cannot punch anyone from the front. You could only punch them from the back, and everyone had shields and whatnot. I'll do another video on the Assassination Tower, but for just like as a quick, you know, kind of like reference. But in the shortness of this terrible custom creation, it's just grown to this cancerous thing that literally takes up about a good 20 to 40% of the custom game lobbies, and I don't even know why people enjoy playing them. They are so dumb after a while. All you do is sit there and do assassinations over and over, and I think it's just because people do it for their montage videos because they think people actually enjoy watching that. I don't know why. It's just stupid. Again, it started back in Halo Reach. It was kind of fun to play, and it's, you know, kind of fun every now and then, but it's become worse over time. It's old and everyone's played it and it's just burnt out. Try something new and interesting with this Assassination Tower because there's nothing new coming out of it. It's boring. It's the same thing from Halo Reach over and over, and you don't even get to go into the tower a lot of times. In Halo Reach, you actually got to at least climb up to a tower, jump off, and try to do an assassination all the way from above. At least they actually had, you know, some fun creativity. It's lost all creativity. All it is there's a tower up there and then there's everyone down there trying to assassinate each other. That's all it is. It's that dumb. And seriously, again, it takes up at least, at the minimum, 20% of the custom games, and it's like only 3 people are sometimes even in these games. It's like, why did they even bother hosting it? No one cares about your slightly altered map mode that is just another variation of Assassination Tower that's not that different from everyone else's. It's just no variations. Oh, we made it move slower. Oh, we added plasma grenades. It's like, who cares? Plasma grenades that don't even kill people because you only can kill with assassinations. Why do they even bother? And for that, I give you guys the freaking Onyx Award for how stupid this custom game type is, because of how lame it is, how overplayed it is, and people keep hosting it over and over, endless matches of this, and they just think that this is cool, and after a while it's dumb. There's so many cool custom games that people could be trying out and, you know, playing something new, but this has gone stale. Assassination Tower is just stale now in Halo 5. It's just nothing interesting about it. It's old. Come on, you guys. Stop playing this custom game type over and over.
You think this is funny?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness! Squidward!
And last but not least, this one definitely goes to the very top, and that is Clan Recruitment, or Clan Recruitment base. Seriously, this right here is the worst thing that's ever happened in Halo 5 custom game browser. Why do you even bother with this? Seriously, quit. This is as if AIDS and autistic cancer combined. No one wants to play this. We got over that whole Halo Clan thing back in like Halo 2, Halo 3 days. They're old, they're stupid, they provide nothing to Halo. And at least with social spaces, you have conversations with people, at least when they do happen. This is just a bunch of 12-year-olds that are trying to act like they're in a military simulation and think they are in the military. And if it isn't little kids, like little 12-year-olds trying to pretend that they're in the military, hearing their squeaky voices, it's people with control complex disorders that try to boss people around and feel like they're in charge and they feel like they're in control of everything. It's really dumb. You hear them go like, you need to make sure you change your emblems and make sure you change your bio. You gotta change your bio. Make sure to change your gamer tag. Even though we don't pay for your gamer tag, we're gonna tell you that you need to change your gamer tag to MLG butt slappers 43. It's so stupid. Why do these people think that anyone's gonna let them control their lives? If you're dumb enough to let someone control your life and join a clan because you think you're gonna be inclusive into something, oh, I feel so sorry for you. I actually remember back in the Halo 2, Halo 3 days when we had clans, and we actually had that clan page thing where you could be a peon all the way to, I forgot where it led up to. We used to even make a clan. We had a small clan called Squad 1337, and we just literally made that clan just to beat up on KSI and and GHD, and I forgot how many clans there were back in the Halo 2 days, because we proved that you don't need a lot of skill to be in these clans, because we did a clan thing and we used to beat up KSI for the fun of it, just because they were always constantly like, you need to change your names to KSI, you need to do this, and I was like, dude, this is stupid. I just joined got a bunch of friends together and we used to beat up on them just for the fun of it, and we just called ourselves Squad 1337, and that was just fun back then for just a short while, and then we got over it. I don't believe that this is still actually something that goes along and people still play this. And I swear to God, some of these people, they sound like they're in a cult, or that they're gonna go one day go postal in their school or something, because it's just like they sound so just like, I don't even know how to begin to describe it, where they sound like there's just no life in them anymore. They're just like, their soul is gone. And oh man, I actually remember in high school I did had to do one of those extracurricular activity things. God, high school was like a decade ago, it feels like. But yeah, it was I remember I did for psychology, and it turned out that clans in Halo and stuff like that actually are very similar to cults. very similar to them. So I'm just sitting there going, wow, I didn't realize how close they are to an actual cult. It was like for a psychology class for extra one of those elective classes that you had to take an elective but you didn't really care about, and I just did that for the fun of it, and it actually turned out people in clans are pretty much borderline cults. And so I find it so stupid after a while, and the fact that they keep hosting these take even more room than the Assassination Towers. I see so many of these recruitments and clan recruitments and clan base. It's just like, oh my god. And there's so many other YouTubers that have made fun of this. I think Zany made fun of it. There was a auxiliary or something like that. He makes fun of Reach and makes fun of Halo 5 clans, and he joins it. It's just, yeah, it's just kids squeaking and going, okay everyone, follow me guys. Okay everyone, let's go, do 20 jumps up and down, and let's make sure that we can do a 360 no scope. It's like, oh my god, it's just like your ears are bleeding. It feels like someone took rusty nails and drilled them into your ears. That's what it feels like. It's just like, oh my god. So because of how stupid that is, where all you do is you spawn in a box and you can't go anywhere and you have to follow rules like a Simon Says game, but way more boring, you guys officially got the champion award of the stupidest Halo 5 custom game types. You are just garbage, and the fact that you guys go around and get all butthurt about tiny little things is ridiculous. I can't believe that there's people that actually go around and post YouTube videos calling people out specifically and saying, don't put this guy in your clan groups, he stole our clan base that we forged, which all they did was take someone else's base and redesigned it a bit and called it theirs, and then when someone took their base and redesigned it a bit and made their own, they lose their shit. They go, that's my intellectual property, you cannot take that. I seriously think it's funny how postal they get about this. They start citing their own documentation that they say that the person agreed to, like as if it's a binding contract. It's a binding contract. They go, under the Gamers United of Halo Stupidity Clan, it says under Section 2 of 43 subpar Section 3 of retarded laws that we actually determined that you guys have violated our agreement, and for that it's just so stupid. Dude, get over it. Get over it. Oh my god, it is just cancer. Oh, I hate it so much. It is the worst custom game type in Halo 5. Seriously, stop hosting these things. They are so dumb. I really hope to god, if Halo Infinite does have social spaces, which I really don't care for that much, that they have one just for clan recruitments and you go off in your own section. You don't take up the whole entire custom game browser with your stupid clans that only 2 or 3 people ever join. No one cares about them. Stop making them. Really, stop making them. They're garbage. No one likes them. No one cares.
Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm...
What's the difference?
And that'll wrap it up, you guys, of the 7 worst types of custom games in the Halo 5 custom game browser. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for putting up with this. I'm so sorry you had to actually endure this disaster of custom game types that happen if you guys play Halo 5. Thank you all for watching, and rate, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll get some more video clips up later. Anyways, take care. Bye.